Good morning to you guys. Welcome to the Chartorium. And what we'll be treating today is Trendline. Trendline, how to analyze Trendline, the rules for Trendline, the features of Trendline, how to connect it. Then we'll be doing a little on type of trend. So for the next video that will be shared, we'll be talking about the action trend line and the confirmation trend line, which is the two most important trend lines we are interested in. Are we together here? So now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to firstly delete all these analysis. I'm going to delete them all so that we can have a fresh one. Okay. So I'm trying to get it deleted. Okay. So this is a pair on deriv, and I'm on volatility 101s. That is the pair we are trying to analyze right now. So firstly, when you want to analyze the market, like I told us, you have to start from the time frame that gives you the totality. That is the time frame that can show you everything in the market. As you can see now, this one is not showing me everything. You see, it's not showing me everything. There are still a lot of chart at the back. So now I need to go to the time frame that gives me the total view of this particular pair. So if it is okay, we're in the daily now, so let's go to the weekly. Let's see if it can show us. Okay, now you can see this is this is the weekly, and it's showing me the totality of the market. So the monthly too is showing me the totality of the market. So you have to start analyzing the market. You need to start analyzing the chart from the time frame that gives you the general view of it. And this is a perfect example. So now we have the volatility 101s weekly chart giving us the totality of the market. So now a trend line is a straight line that connects two or more price charts, two or more price point on a chart, and extends into the future. That is, this is a trend line. They said a trend line is a straight line. So this is what it means. You can see this my line here. You see, this is a trend line. It is a straight line. It's a straight line that connects two or more price points together. You can see. So this is a trend line. This is what we mean by trend line. And remember when I was dividing technical analysis, because I said technical analysis is the backbone of synthetic indices. And now we are doing synthetic. We are not doing currency. We are not doing binary. We are not doing crypto. This is synthetic indices. So now this trend line is a major tool used in the technical analysis. You know, we talked about the volume analysis, we talked about the trend line, we talked about the indicators then. But this particular one, this trend line, is the most important tool, and it is very, very popular, very, very popular, very, very common. So this is what we do. So they said a trend line is a straight line that connects two or more price point on a chart and extends into the future. So now what are we going to do here? Maybe we should still just skip this and just focus on this chart. So now it has to identify the direction of a trend. So now let's see if it can help me to identify. So let's say I just do this one like this. Okay. So now what this particular thing is telling me is that this market is slopey downward. That is, don't mind the screen. I don't know what has been the problem of the MT5 recently on mobile. It's been doing this kind of nonsense lately. So now you can see this thing is showing me that okay, now this market is slopey. That is, it is a downtrend. That is, it is falling. You can see from the highest point here. I'm sorry, this is where we have the highest point of the market. From this highest point, from this particular place to the lowest point of this market, you see it came from a high place to a down slope. That is, it is a falling market, which is it is a selling market. This is a downtrend market now from the general analysis. So now and they said it tells us to identify the trend of the market, and this is what it has done. And it helps us to identify the strength as well. That is how strong it is. And you can see now This is 2019. This market has been selling since 22nd of September 2019, and now this is 16th of March 2025. So you can see it has helped us to identify that okay, this market is strong in selling and it has been selling for a very long time. So now what we'll be doing is the trend line features. The first one is it is directional. It is directional, that is, it indicates trend direction. Just like this particular trend line is giving me, that is telling me that this market is slopey, that is a downtrend. So it is directional. Then number two is it gives us a dynamic support and resistance. And what do you mean by support? You don't need to rack yourself up over support. Support is just your bear floor, somewhere around this side, you know, the lows, your ground floor, like your tile, your floor, you know, you match the floor. That is your support. Then when you're talking about resistance, that means you're talking about something at the top, a ceiling, something like this, something that is at the top, you know, top, bottom. So that's just how easy it is to identify this. This is the simplest definition you can get for a dynamic support and resistance. So now they said the trend line is easy to draw. It is easy to draw. Then the next one is it's widely used, yes, and it is flexible. That is, it can be applied to any time frame. Now I'm on the weekly. This is the daily. We are going to visualize all these things just now. Just calm down, guys. So that is just how easy it is with Trendline. So now what I'm going to be doing now is we are moving into the rules for drawing Trendline. So this is where we start today's work. The rules for drawing Trendline. Okay. So now the first one is minimum of 2 points. That is, this line must touch two candles, at least two candles. So let's say I start it here. This is, make sure it is very, very perfect. You need perfection in this. You have to work like an artist. Are we together? You really need to be perfect with it. I don't know why my screen is moving up and moving down. I just don't get it. See, okay, so now we have one. We have one at that side. Then I can still zoom and be like, okay, so we are going to check this again. So now it needs to touch 2 points. So this is the second point it's touching. Remember the definition, they said a trend line is a straight line that connects two or more price points on a chart and extends into the future. You can see that I'm drawing this trend line ahead of the market. Are you getting me? So now you can see I have my first touch there. I have my first touch at this particular point. I have my first touch at that particular point. I'm coming. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's just giving me these issues. And okay, so let's just manage. I have the first touch here, and I have my second touch down here. Okay, so now they said minimum of 2 points. That is, you need at least 2 points to draw. And remember, when you are drawing for the top, you need to start from the highest place, just like I did here. I started from the highest place of the market to the lowest. Are we together? I started from the highest place to the lowest. Then the second thing you have to note is that 3 points for strength. That is, trend line becomes more valid after the third touch. Let's say this trend line was able to touch at least three top candles here. Then you know that okay, this is very, very strong, but we still have to watch it anyway. So let's still go. Then avoid forcing trend line. You know, I said it must be perfect. It must be very, very perfect. So you don't need to force it. If it is not touching well, or maybe it's not giving you what you like, you move. Are you getting me? You move from there. So now you don't cut through candles. Imagine if I have drawn it this way. It's cutting inside the candle here. It's cutting inside the candle here. So this is not how to draw trend line. you must make sure that it is not cutting through any candle. You must make sure that it's not cutting through any candle. Are you getting me? So now I want to draw for the down, and I need to find the lowest of this market. So what I'm going to do is, maybe I should use this tool for this one. I'm going to come this way. Okay, I can see that where is the lowest place in this market. Okay, this is the very point. I've seen the point. This point is the lowest side of the market, this particular place. So this is where I'm going to start the uptrend analysis from again. So what I do is, maybe I can't find the best way to join it here. I can just move to another time frame. I'm coming. I can't even find the lines I've drawn here. But what's going to happen is okay, let me delete this. Then I should draw it from this side. If you are making use of system, I think you should be able to view it well. You should be able to view it well, better than this I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is okay, just make sure it is very, very neat. You get me? See, I'm extending it to the future, to where the market is at the moment. So here, this is what I have here. I'm making sure that I touch the last high here. You can see. So that is one. Then the second is, this was the lowest part in the market, this particular place. So what I'm going to be doing again is, I'm going to pick my trend line, then I'm going to be drawing it again. So you can see for this downtrend, the uptrend side is touching it more than 2-3 times. So that means this is going to be a strong one. But that is still not a problem anyway. That is still not our problem. All we want to do is how to draw trend line for the time. So now you can see, okay, let me make a zoom. You can see one here. You see the first touch here. You can see another touch here again. At this particular point, you've seen one here. You've seen the other touch here. Then let's go back again. You see third touch here. You see the fourth one here. So remember here, this one is your resistance here. This particular trend line is your resistance. This particular one, and this one is your support. You know, I said the resistance is the ceiling, something that is preventing it from breaking out or whatever, something at the top anyway. And the support is something that is keeping it grounded, supporting it. You get? So this line is our support here. So now we've done everything they said we should do. And remember, they said we need to connect 2 lines at least. So now what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to come to the H4. I'm going to come to the H4. So you can see, like here, you can see here, like it's cutting inside the candle. It's cutting through the candle here. So that means this is not good enough. This particular trend line is not good enough. So what I do is, I come here and I adjust. Remember that I come to a lower time frame here. You know, we left the daily to the H4 now. So now I'm trying to perfect it, and I've drawn it again. So I've adjusted. You see, it is now very, very fitting. So what I do here is, okay, I pick it again. Anyway, I'm able to see at least 2 points. Remember, 2 points. So now I've connected another 2 points again. You know, this was the last place the market touched. This particular place was the fourth touch the other time. So you need to start from the last place it touched. You understand? And I make sure I touch this one again. Are you getting me? So that is another one. Then what we do again is, we come to a lower time frame again. You know, you don't need to force it. Just make sure that your graph is neat. So what I do again is, okay, I pick out my trend line again. And what I do is, I try to draw. Okay. So what we do here is, can you see, guys? You see how easy it is? So in the next video, I'm going to be showing us the action and the confirmation trend line, which is the most important and the one we are interested in. So you can see everything I'm drawing now. You see how neat it is. It's touching at this particular point. It's touching this place, being the last place the market hits. Then this is another point it touches again. Are you getting me? So now what we do is, okay, we can see draw. We can see draw this. We can see draw this. We can still connect. We can still connect. And for me, you will see that I didn't go to the 30 minutes time frame to analyze. The reason is that I I I personally make use of the higher time frame, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the H4, H1. Then the only lower time frame I make use of is the 15 minutes. But recently I've been combining it with 5 minutes due to a particular strategy I'm just treating and I've been working on, and it's been working well as well. So what I do here is just this. So you see how easy it is to analyze this market. So this is just how you analyze the market. Now we are not taking trade. We are not talking about how do I press a buy or a sell. No, we just want to know how to draw this thing perfectly. So you see how good I explain this thing and how easy it is to understand. So that is just that about how to analyze a trend line. This is for volatility 101s. So in our next video, I'm going to be doing more on this. We're going to be doing some little revisions and assignments. Then we'll be going into the action and the confirmation trend line. So here I'm going to be labeling every name of this particular trend line I've drawn. Everything, they all have a name. So I'm going to be giving us their details. You understand? We're going to be labeling them in the next class. So have a nice day, and try to do more on yourself. And if you have any question, reach out to the admin. The number is there. You can check on the link on the YouTube. Subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you.